We're live. Hey.
Hello, we're live.
Hey, we're live. What up? What up? Hey.
Top of the raw chicken list, I will
So
say.
incognito mode.
What?
Oh,
You didn't start incognito?
You never
Stay
start
incognito.
incognito.
Brett, did you do the song last week that you've been working on forever?
No, we saved it for this week because it's
Awesome.
the recap. We didn't
Let's
do
do
that
it.
thing. Oh, are we just jumping
Oh,
straight
sorry,
into it?
Tim. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I'm excited. I have so much caffeine inside
Wow.
of me. I'm sorry. I
You
apologize.
started
Wow,
the
so-
call before I was ready. You.
Half the DM, I
No,
guess.
I appreciate
Damn.
it when other people start it so that they don't have to like knock on my virtual door. But hello, everyone. Here we are. This is Rime the Frostmaiden. We're back, baby. All of us are here after, goddamn, what's it been? A while. Maybe a month? 3 weeks? I don't know. Thank you so much.
This feels like a month.
I think it might be a month. Oops. Thank you so much to Pat for running yet another Bandit game. I ended up not feeling super horrible, but also not super great. So I'm glad I took the day off. I hope everyone in Twitch is doing well on this very sunny Thursday. It's Thursday today. And how's everyone doing? How's Susie, Brett, Jennifer, Josh, and Pat doing? How y'all doing? No, it's sunny. Yeah, it's sunny. Like that. All right,
long
now they
time.
can hear you. I clicked off their thing and XSplit was too slow.
Wow.
It's not
I
my
can't
fault.
believe that was the funniest thing I've ever
It's not
heard.
my fault.
in my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah,
talking
Okay,
about
everyone
raw
say
chicken
everything you said
list.
again. Start over.
Okay, we were talking about how I'm a Stormcaller, and then Brett says I'm so many things. The Stormcaller thing is because of my birthmark that extends from the back of my left hand all the way up my arm onto my chest and back. And that was like a sign of it's like if you have golden eyes in the World of Warcraft elf whatever they're called, night elf thing. Yeah, if you have like amber eyes, you're like really cool. I have like this birthmark, so I'm gonna become a demon and yell that people aren't ready.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna become a demon, you're gonna go to hell, you're gonna give Satan a lap dance.
And then I'm gonna kill him and take his power.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna make more, and then they have to wear blindfolds.
That
shoot
music
laser
video is
beams.
actually real life. Got it.
Yeah, that's IRL. Me and Montero are night elves.
Yeah.
Tim gets it. Tim gets this whole
I was
reference.
gonna say that
Yeah.
makes sense though.
But everyone's doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
I'm
well.
also caffeinated today. I don't think I'm caffeinated as much as Pat, though. I feel like Pat is
Nobody in the
Galaxy
universe
Brain
is.
mode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There is-
Pat's on one
I
today.
can take my other shot
I
of
am the Stoke
caffeine.
champion. They said it. Stoke said
They
it.
did. Stoke
It's on
did give it to
Twitter.
Pat.
This is warm because I was sitting by my computer
Oh,
fan.
you want that to be warm. You want that.
It was like a
warm,
hot shot of coffee.
That hot shot
Yeah.
of coffee.
Ooh.
Oh my
Um,
god, you could put your beer over there next time. You can have warm beer and
Yeah.
get really into character.
Ooh.
That's
I
true.
wish
was
I
so mad.
drank beer. Beer's gross.
Wow.
Yeah,
Someone
that's the
from
stance that I'm taking.
Minnesota, Wisconsin area who
Yeah,
doesn't
no.
like beer.
I can't do it. I do the White Claw and I do the wine and I do the whiskey and the vodka drink and then the soda. I do all those.
And then a whiskey drink.
All right, we're
Yeah, and then the whiskey drink.
All right, let's
Um,
get goddamn into it because it's been about.
I'm
a month.
ready.
Okay.
And I have no idea what's gonna happen to D.
Oh
Oh,
you.
you
you.
silly.
I don't.
Sure you do.
I took like 3 bullet points, and because you guys have to make a choice pretty quickly, so there's no point in figuring out what the next steps are. Because
We murder.
I took some notes of like, all right, if they do this, this could happen.
We
They
do
this.
it
I like-
ourselves.
I like that you thought you could use choice and pretty quickly in the same sentence.
Mm.
That was bold of you.
That is true. Well, I am
Do
gonna
what I
force you to
did.
go faster.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Brett, buddy,
Yeah,
we got
I wrote a song.
Okay. Oh wait,
It's,
one sec. I have
It's
music.
actually a whole song this time
All
too.
right, go ahead.
Okay. There was a man who thought he was a god. He rolled the dice for show, but he's above the law. Back in Avernus, he killed me once before, and now that some bitch is back for more. Tim tried to kill me again. Tim, we gotta fight, can't let him win. Babies cry at night because his heart is full of sin. Yeah, that motherfucker we call Tim. So now we're on the run. Well, that's the case for me. This ice knife Cephalic guy has come to set me free. But now he wants to solve this lotto mystery. And if we can't, well, then he's gonna come for me with a big ass knife. Tim tried to kill me again. Tim, gonna fight, can't let him win. I heard he kicked a dog once because he hates man's best friend. Yeah, motherfucker, we call Tim. The mitochondria were going out for drinks, but now they're trapped in this abandoned house with me. The guards might kill us all, or maybe just kill me. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Tim tried to kill me again. Tim, we gotta fight, can't let him win. Will I live till next week, or will he kill me on a whim? Yeah, I guess my life is up to him. That motherfucker we call Tim.
Is that who's that song about? That's very good.
Can you
I liked it.
please put that on Spotify so I can listen to it
Yeah,
every
add that
day?
to. You need to do a formal
put that-
recording of that. Put it on your Spotify.
Please?
Yeah.
Brett has a Spotify with his album.
I know.
I
I've
listened
listened
to
to
it
it while
a lot.
I'm working out.
Make an EP. I just want to shout out that Tim has an award-winning podcast. Someone has tattooed Tim on their buttocks, and now Tim has a song about him. And Tim's a Gemini. Tim is now
And
invisible.
one of my characters, Baby, has their name as a middle name. At least one.
Boom.
So, you know.
Amazing.
So I'm just saying, Tim is now like transcended mortality.
Yeah,
This is how
Brett,
gods are
I
made.
was in a bad mood today for D&D reasons. So you really just lifted my spirits. I knew that going into this I was going to have a lot of fun. I did not expect anything this great, but I don't know who that song's about, but it was really, really nice and cool. I'm excited to find out like what the backstory about that is or anything like that. But yeah, so I feel like where we left off is you guys are in sort of just like an abandoned shack, you know, maybe like a tool shed, maybe it's a complete house, not super important. It's not because it's not very large. Cephalic left because he's bored. He doesn't see he didn't see you guys as being immediately helpful. So he's like, all right, bye. I'm here to drop some revenge. If you guys didn't immediately say,
Fucker shot him.
Nope.
So he's gone. So you guys are all alone. And yeah, you're starting to hear a ruckus vaguely around.
Have they found her footprints in the snow?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of time before.
The many varied, the footprint set that's obviously us because of the eclectic nature of our
Yeah.
group.
There's like a
It's
size 16 shoe,
Yeah.
a size like 2.5 shoe.
in this town of 95% humans, it's like, oh look, there's 6 different sizes of footprints all together
Yeah.
there. Pretty sure it's those chuckle fucks. Like,
Puppy prints also moving in the same direction.
Yeah.
Okay. I know what I want to do. I, the hit character that I am, I'm going to wrap my arm around our good hunter and say, I have a plan, but you have to turn yourself in.
I mean, is it a real plan, or is this like, the normal plans that we have where it's not a plan?
if
Oh,
it
no,
makes
I
you
have a
feel
fully
better, I had
drafted
nothing
plan.
to do with it. I have no idea, and I did not think of it. If it makes you feel any better,
I have a fully drafted plan that I will tell everybody.
it was
But
all punchy. Yeah.
we have to get you in the. We have to move freely through the city, and you have to be turned in.
So, like, when did you come up with this plan? Though?
Literally while we were standing here talking to that guy before he left.
Yeah, you guys were all admiring his knife.
Right. That's a good idea. By the way, I'm a ice knife. Make a note of that.
Yeah, you have to make me one.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so.
We have to
Yeah.
kill
And
him,
also
don't we,
probably
though?
teach me how to use this.
Oh, Broomhilda. I keep fucking forgetting you're here.
I've been here the whole time.
I didn't
Hey,
forget.
I did.
Broom, can you write? You good with a pen?
I
Wow.
You want this to be my like note taker when I think of an invention idea?
don't think so. That's not quite. I already got my master here, so it's. I don't think I'm going to be doing that.
Okay, I'll ask Tam.
Well, I mean,
I think
can hear the guards coming.
Oh, shut down!
If you can, if you can guarantee me that I had nothing to do with this, then I'm in.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
Just say
have
that you're
no
praying
clue.
to the. Just tell the guards or whatever that you're praying to the Mother of Groves or something like that.
Should we rough him up a bit? Like we
No,
caught him. He
no.
didn't want to.
Hey.
We caught him.
No. You have to make it like really sad. Make it seem like it's like really depressing.
I can be depressing. I can do that.
Yeah, play to your
Wet your
strength.
trousers. Wet your trousers. That's pathetic and depressing.
Oh, I found some full tracks. They're all fucked up. Oi!
Let's go out there before they come in here and think we're doing something crazy.
All right.
Get on
all
the
right.
roof.
So we're gonna walk out.
Okay.
Oh, Tash, you're not really honest. Go out there and yell at them. Be like, "Hey, we found them. Don't you
Wait.
know?"
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Me?
You're like really trustworthy.
Oh, well, yeah. There's so much. Yeah, I'll go and open the door, and I'm like, oh, hey. Oh,
You see
Over here.
two guards brandishing spears basically in your face, like, who are you? Oh,
wow.
Where's
Okay,
the guy?
Dude,
Where'd he go?
Here.
Are you?
he was spooked.
I'm gonna have my arm
My what?
around. I'm gonna have my arm around him very gently.
Is it a shoulder or is it a waist thing?
Well, the shoulder, because I'm very tall and I would probably have to lean
Oh,
down.
that's true.
Okay. All right.
We caught him.
We didn't.
We
We
got
didn't
him.
catch him. He was right here. He was praying and
Oh.
crying.
He was
was
praying
praying.
and crying.
I mean, yeah, he's gonna die, right? Y'all go kill him.
Aye, unfortunately, his heroic sacrifice will make our rest of the days better.
I don't think it's heroic if you're forcing him, but sure.
Ah,
for
look,
sure.
I mean, he ran away. That's not heroic, but he's letting you lot turn him in, so that's not so bad. All right, come with me. And he takes out this what I can only be described as a horse bridle, wrapped in leather. Open your mouth.
You're about to get mounted.
Wait,
Is that
wait, hold on.
necessary, mate?
Aye.
That's not very dignified.
He cast a spell to get away. We gotta stop him. This thing here keeps those arcana types from doing what they do.
What if
Nah, he won't be
promises-
escaping this time.
What if he
Listen,
says,
it's.
Yeah.
I can only use that once per long rest. It's fine. It's.
I don't know what that means. And he's strapping you in, baby. Unless you guys physically stop him. And you're
I
starting
don't
to
want to
see
make a ruckus.
more guards around. You actually see some dudes on top of the kind of like roofs around you. You're kind of in an alleyway, so you can't quite see, but you can kind of definitely see like a lot of snow falling off a roof, and a guy goes, "Fuck."
I don't like this whole strap on mouth thing.
Yeah, it's scary. I wouldn't like it either, but I don't have magic, so I don't have to worry about it.
Listen, I'm
magic either.
turning myself in voluntarily. If I was,
But
if
you
I
ran
was going to
away,
run-
so
Just be gentle with him.
okay. Oh, I'm always gentle. All right, and he places into your mouth this little bridle. It's not so bad. Ties it up. It's not so tight, but tight enough that you can't quite. It's not like a ball gag or anything horny like that. It's not.
Damn.
Horny. It's not horny.
I was hoping.
It's not horny. Checks to make sure you're properly manacled and things of that nature. And they kind of nod at you, the rest of you, and say thank you. and they lead my good friend Mittens away.
Before they go,
Okay.
when does the thing happening?
Tomorrow.
Like in the morning
Yeah.
or at night?
Let's say morning. I don't remember if I've said already.
Okay, cool. I'm
How
a
much
kid,
time do you
so I
need?
shouldn't
Is that
watch
good?
it. Well, that's fine. Yeah. I'm just a kid, and I shouldn't be allowed to watch such violence.
Yes, it's grisly business, but you should look at it to honor his sacrifice. Isn't that right, Mittens?
Honestly,
Yeah.
honestly, this is still bullshit.
I get it. I don't understand what you're saying. But thanks again, citizens, or I guess visitors, guests. Lead him away. Let's bring him in. Put him in the cage. All right. And with that, Mittens, you are being led back to the town speaker's sort of hall. They bring
Heart.
you to looks like a slightly fortified closet. You know, maybe looks like some of the original foundation work. You know, like old sturdy stone with a sturdy door. You can tell it smells vaguely of root vegetables and things like that. Probably hastily cleared. Probably even a little bit of like vegetable debris on the ground. And things like that. All right, get in there. And he kind of looks at the bridle in your mouth again, like, better not. Better leave it in. We'll bring you food in a little bit, and then you take it out. And they leave you. All right, what do the rest of you cats do?
So, are we alone? The guards have left.
Yeah, they left.
So,
Okay.
Punchy, you want to fill us in?
Yeah. Okay, so here's the plan, right? We already had one instance of kind of frightening the town guards with like a mystical threat. So I figured we could just do that again, but add more of a spice to it, because I have a cool thing where I can look like what's his name? The Frostmaiden's champion.
Suffolk?
So there it is.
Yeah. I could turn into her champion and then yelled out a thunderous a threat at them for perverting her ritual. And then while they're distracted and like scared and stuff, it'll probably make them not want to do it, which will buy us a little bit more time, but also could get to get our hunter free and then help us find who actually is responsible.
Would that not put a target on our backs with Suffolk?
I mean, I don't see why. Suffolk wants that.
Yeah. Also, bring it. I kind of am feeling a little bit of an itch to fight him. So
Well, I doubt he'll show up.
I want the ice sword so I can study it.
But, and I will say this
Duplicate
is
it.
an added benefit for you, or marksman. If they know what he looks like, he won't be able to move as freely to do killings. So this helps you as well.
So, like, when you do it, because I like it, should you also, when you do it, confess to the murders,
That's too much.
the serial killings? She'd be like,
I think-
also, it was me who done them killings everywhere.
But I think that'd be kind of weird. I think it's got to be short,
Okay.
sweet, keep it simple, and then I vanish. That way they can't track me. This is going to require you to punch me in the face really hard, though.
Oi,
I did punch him in the face really hard with my gauntlet.
right
Not
now?
right now.
No.
Oh, I'll catch it. I'm a much better fighter than you are. No, not right now.
Yes. Oh,
It's got to look fresh.
What do they know what he looks like?
They won't know until I announce who I am. But I know. So I know who to turn into. I'll announce myself. If anybody has any cool ability to make like nature effects or like a fog or like a mist or something magical and spooky like that, that will help.
all eyes turn to metal. Like,
You have magic too. Like poke you in the forehead.
me?
Poke you in the forehead.
Yeah.
I'm not magic. We've been over this. It's technology. It's science, Pansy.
Yeah, okay, and then when I do the healing punchy thing, that's also science. It's all the same thing.
It's literally not.
Well, I could have Took go off into the distance and howl and sound really creepy.
Ooh. All right. The cavalry gave me an idea. Here's what we'll do. We'll need the cavalry and the marksmen with the crowd of people watching our hunter before the sacrifice happens. I'll appear as the champion on like a building or something. I'll give my spooky threat, and then you cavalry can do the loud, I'm the Frostmaiden, the champion is right, blah blah blah. More credibility for me. And then also you two can be like, get him, and then you chase after me. And then I'll disappear, and then the marksman will punch me in the face so it looks like I got beat up by the guy. Easy.
I like this plan.
Deadeye can bring a smoke machine.
Oh, I can make one.
You can make.
Let me MacGyver this. MacGyver was a great artificer from back in the day. Some say he's a father of artificing.
Oh my
I think
god.
that's true. That checks out.
I would believe that. Both in and out of character believe that.
All right. If you don't have anything else to do, you know, if you need to prepare, you can prepare. If you don't, we could just fast the F
let's-
forward.
Do we rest up for this?
I think so.
Are we long
I'm
rested?
pretty full.
Yeah.
We didn't level, right? We're still 3.
We're still
three.
three.
Yeah, still 3. I know it's been a
Okay.
while.
Okay.
You didn't get any extra XP off session.
Okay. I would like to stealthily climb a building as like when people are like in the town center or whatever. I want to get atop the closest thing so I can like stand on the roof.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, you guys are in kind of like a main square, sort of like nearish to the docks a little bit, but also kind of nearish to everything as well. If you look on the map, it's either like, if you guys have it open, it's either probably like here or here. So just a couple blocks away from the bar. I've drawn 2 little green circles of, you know, just vaguely decent ideas of where it's going to be. The town crier is announcing that the sacrifice will take place tomorrow morning, and it encourages the town to attend in order to honor the sacrifice's noble sacrifice. There's a lot of people who are kind of just like, you know, grimacing and things like that, doing their version of the Catholic cross and things like that. Oh, it's a boy.
Is the idea here that they'll be so spooked that they let Mittens go?
The idea is that they will. So the idea is that they will think very aggressively due to the combined efforts of myself and our cavalry that this is a false tribute and someone is responsible, and the threat of the Frostmaiden will fall on this town if they do not work to find who is betraying the piety of the ritual.
But who gets Mittens out then? How does Mittens get out of...
They will probably get Mittens out because killing Mittens will bring calamity to this town because Mittens is not the true intended sacrifice. According to
Do we have
my
a backup
making.
plan for if Mittens...
Murder.
You have gun, and that is the only backup
Is backup
plan.
plan gun?
Sorry,
Is gun plan? Gun backup plan?
Wait.
I have no
Backup
idea.
Plan.
Okay.
I mean, I could also call the axe beaks and they'll break them out.
What was that? Jennifer? you said?
So if that doesn't work, I will volunteer to take Mitten's place. And when everyone clears out, I can wild shape my way out of
This is
into
true.
like a wee animal.
Ow.
That's a much cleaner plan that I was thinking, because I was like, we rally the kobolds into like an army, and then we lead them in battle, and we take over the town, and we install a new government.
Okay, that's a lot, and we'll also make our moving. The goal is to be able to move around 10 towns smoothly.
Well, if we're the leaders, if we take over Tourmaline, and we're now the gentry, the ruling class of it, with our army of kobolds, I mean, I feel like we'll get received really well.
You're the law.
Like visiting nobles.
I don't know, man, because the law came here to do this thing from another place.
But then we become the law. We are the law.
Right, but then another law will come over here and be like, no, we're the law here now, as they're doing now.
Law
and then
doesn't
we
like when you upset the balance, you know?
We outlaw them.
You can't outlaw them. They're here now. They're already here.
Okay.
Where are they from? Bremen?
We'll call Kill Everyone Plan C.
Yeah. The other place are here now, running the sacrifice ring. They shouldn't even be here. It should be the speaker that's doing it here. Why is our speaker not doing it?
I know, right? It's all
He's
fucked.
in the mine, making sure you guys did a good job.
Yeah, they probably sent him to the mine.
That's happening right now. Ooh,
Yeah,
he's in the mine, probably getting killed, so that these guys can be like, LOL, and then we'll get rid of these guys that cleared out the mine, and then we'll take over this town. It's like listen, it goes all the way to the top.
Right. So I'm saying so it sounds like you're agreeing with me. We should kill them.
No.
Okay, so we do your plan. If that don't work, we do Nettle's plan.
Yes.
If that don't work, we kill everyone. Deal. Got it. Ready? Break.
Sure.
So, quick note. I can't stress enough that Sefik just looks like a guy. And if a guy stood on a roof...
Would have been ice sword.
Oh, wait. I can make fogs. I can make fogs.
Okay.
Sepik looks like a guy
Many
with glowing
fogs,
blue
plural.
eyes.
Fogs, plural.
Many fogs. So many fogs.
Yeah, the blue eyes will be a lot. And then I guess with the howling and things like that, they're
And
superstitious, but I guess the fear...
Oh.
But that's why we have our Tash to telepathy blast everybody as the Frostmaiden to give me more credibility.
And I can do tinkering. I can imbue a tiny non-magical object with light or a 6-second message or emits an odor or nonverbal sound, static visual effect, including up to 25 words of text.
Ooh.
And I can do up to 3 objects at a time. We could really industrial light and magic this fucking thing.
Yeah.
This is like that episode of Naruto we watched. That was dog shit, but I think in this case, this is gonna work.
Yeah.
I can make an ice knife. Wait.
Okay.
Everything has changed now.
We are now a production company. We
my
are now
God,
a
yeah.
still production studio.
You're a mummers troupe. Fuck this saving thing. Let's go make some cash.
I like it. I've encouraged everyone to look at their character sheets.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you. It means a lot.
So my thing, I have like a lot of versatility, like because I can literally touch an object, and
Yeah, we love a verse queen.
It's got to be small. I can't do like an entire building or something like that, but I could dig rocks, and those rocks could act like speakers, like booming a message over and over again, or they could make a sound. They could make a static visual effect. Could that be a person or some kind of crazy spectral thing? I guess it's just a static visual effect.
Yeah, usually with things like that, it's like you're casting minor illusions, so you would just follow the parameters within there. A lot of illusions have different sizes. The stronger, the more malleable, the bigger they can, stuff like that. So my assumption, unless it says specifically, is it's probably not very big.
Okay. Then I could do light, or I could do sound, like I said, a message or a sound, like a sound effect. What if the same 6-second message was getting repeated from 3 different locations simultaneously? Like, I'm gonna invent it. It's called surround. Yeah, the thing I was just going there.
3.1.
Just surround sound.
Let's do that. Let's create that thing, and then the message will be the same, and then we'll have Tash do a heed my champion, or I will. Yes.
Yeah.
Or I will ice snipe you.
Okay. What's the message then?
The message. How does it give you a limit on how many?
6 seconds.
a 6-second message would be something to the tune of
Here.
um
Ready?
oh don't time me. Don't time me. Don't time me. I have a stutter. Don't time me.
Oh my god. Oh
Oh,
my
all right, I'll
God.
do it. You tell me and then I'll hit.
It's the something to the tune of like there will be. Oh god, no, I can't think. I'm just thinking of a timer. Okay, it'll be something to the tune of this ritual has been perverted by someone here. Find this traitor and exile them so that I may
This
deal
ritual-
with them, or else
That's
the
way over
Frostmaiden
6.
will.
I mean,
because I can't think. Like you're
no.
killing me.
I'm saying I'll do it. I'll do it fast if you give me the script. But
Yeah,
I don't even think I can
that's what I'm
do
trying
it.
to like. These are the points you need to get across.
Okay.
Someone in the town is a betrayer perverting the ritual. They need to be exiled from the town so they can be dealt with by my hand, and then a threat that the Frostmaiden will bring her wrath upon here. Those are the bullet points.
Okay.
So I'm not good at this. If you want to condense that, do it. I can't.
Okay. The ritual is cursed, or the ritual is tainted because that's quicker. That's all be mature.
I mean, perverted is the same and just as mature. So
the ritual's perverted. Find the betrayer. Find the despoiler.
Defiler.
Defiler.
find the defiler.
The ritual is
And-
perverted. Find the defiler.
Find the pervert.
Yes, find the pervert.
All right, let me see. Okay, we're gonna be okay. Ready? A ritual is perverted. Find the defiler.
Oh, you got
Okay.
like,
It was like
3
3
seconds.
Yeah.
Jesus, spice
Yeah,
it up
okay.
a little bit, baby. Hey, it's
And don't-
me.
and don't
I'm
do it
the
in your accent.
Frostmaiden.
Yeah.
Because I don't know it's you.
Well,
Put on a
I'll,
different.
Oh,
Do it in my
yeah.
accent.
I'll disguise my voice. Okay.
This is the voice of the Frostmaiden.
A
5%
ritual
off.
is perverted. Find the defiler. Find the betrayer.
Who are you pretending to be?
The
I don't know,
Frostmaiden?
something spook, like it's just a spooky entity, otherworldly entity.
I mean, it could be. Oh, what's his name? Her champion. You could do his voice.
Yeah. Because wasn't Tash being like Frostmaiden-esque in people's brains with
Yes.
the telepathy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want Tash to do it?
Well,
Wasn't that the plan?
okay. It's a twofold sonic attack, right? So one is going to be from the perspective of her champion. The other one is going to be the perspective of her. So, Tash, your job would is to be like what did you say the first time when we were in the room?
Oh, I don't remember
No,
that.
so
I
I
wrote
don't remember
down.
either.
I have like just basically like heed the words of my champion. Your sacrifices are in vain.
Yes, and then threaten them. Say like, I will free. Like this town will be frozen red with your blood.
Okay.
Ice knife.
Ice knife.
His ritual is perverted. Cease it now, or suffer death.
There you go. Find the betrayer.
Find the betrayer. Find the defiler.
Easy.
Brett, roll a d20 based on RG chat. And tell me
Oh,
what
God.
you get in your
No.
modifier.
Brett, what are you
no.
doing? Don't you
Nat
just
20.
put all this effort doing
Oh.
something for you, and you're gonna pull
Brett's
another.
Brett's gonna be dead when we get there.
Cool.
Okay.
I love what you guys are doing here, you know?
All right. So, am I doing? How many speakers am I doing? Am I doing that in?
You said you got 3, right?
I can do up to 3. I can do 1, 2, or 3.
Let's do 3.
Okay.
Just max it out, baby.
Max it out. Okay. And then we'll go around, and I'll plant them in different spots.
Yeah,
So it's
give
all
me an
coming from-
investigation check.
Okay.
About the best place, you know, scout out
I'm
the best
very
place
good at
to do all your shit.
That is 13.
Okay.
I did not roll great.
Okay, so what we're doing here, we're building a DC, so to speak, of the, I guess you would say, deception check that Josh will be doing. You know, I think right now he has advantage. There's some sort of
I do on that or no?
no,
No,
Josh
me.
does.
Oh.
There's some sort of DC behind my DM screen. I believe that Tash's previous sprinkling of spooky shit definitely lowers the DC a little bit. Your good surround sound speaker's gonna lower the DC a little bit. It's kind of like what
Having
happened.
an ice knife help?
Sure. Again, they do not know what that means, but it's gonna be spooky. So that definitely helps. You know, the howling and the fog, that helps, but that's more to like justify the advantage. I kind of count that as like the whole kit and caboodle, if that makes sense. So right now, you have 2 total things that are taking a secret amount of DC off the roll.
Can I hold the ice knife?
Well, yeah. It's a thing that you can throw, I'm pretty sure.
Because
Like,
I
you
will.
create
If
a
you,
shard of ice and you can fling it, but you could probably just hold it, yeah.
hell yeah, let's do that, and then I'll hold the ice knife, and that'll make me look even more like the guy.
Yeah, that they do not know. Cool.
No, but they'll recognize an ice knife dude walking. Listen, if they won't know who he is at first until I announce who he is, and then they'll know what he looks like. Then he won't just be a guy.
While the spell is called Ice Knife, it's mostly you just shooting an ice blast at someone that explodes. So give me a wisdom check, Nettle, to try to control this little level 1 spell that you're trying to do. To see if you're able to do it without, because you're modifying.
So like, what happens if I get like a natural 20?
Natural 20.
Oh,
Wow, you didn't roll too well.
you have a permanent +1 dagger that does cold damage in your inventory now.
That sounds good. Yeah, you have an ice dagger that doesn't immediately explode, or so forth and so on. It does a D6 and it's cold damage. You kind of looking at it, Dorks. It seems brittle, but good enough for one good stab, so to speak. Luckily, you live in a freezer, which is Icewind Dale, so it's not gonna freeze. Or theoretically, you could have done this in the morning. Yeah, this is definitely some Sub-Zero shit. Exactly.
Hell yeah.
All right. Anything else? I
think I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Next
Let's
morning.
save mittens.
It's it's sunrise, you assume. There is a time, early morning, that it's not bright, but it's almost brighter. Almost reminds you a little bit of down south, or what it was like here a few years ago, due to the way the sun is probably casting its rays over an area not specifically controlled by the Frostmaiden or whatever is causing this. And you see our good friend Mittens be led out. Mittens, that morning they come to you. They take off the I was going to say bridle. That's not it. It is bridle. Yeah, that word means a couple things. They give you a pretty good meal, right? Of like roasted rabbit, good sausage, some gravy there.
Put you in a robe.
Because
Is he naked?
You gotta be mostly naked under here. You can have undies on, undies off. We prefer, on. Did I scare the kids? But the Targosians, they say it's better. I don't really know.
Targosians are some nasty motherfuckers.
Yeah, I don't trust them. I'm scared. But don't let them. I didn't say that. I'm cool. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking kick your balls.
I think he wants to see you naked. Mittens is what it sounds like. I think this guard's into it.
Mittens just does that. Fucking what movie? What is it? Bruce Almighty just like throws his arms back, clothes fly off. It's stunning.
I love it. All right, they wrap you up in a extremely warm sort of like fur coat. It barely even smells of the standard musk that clings to a lot of the other older outerwear. And yeah, after your meal, you're let out. they put the bridle back in. You're led out to the kind of town square area by the sort of frozen lake, and people are kind of gathered all around to watch, kind of blowing in their hands, making sure everything's fine. You actually see the innkeep that she's seems uncomfortable at what's going down, and as you're kind of looking over the audience, she kind of gives you a thumbs up and then just kind of looks at her. He's like, "What are you doing?" I assume the rest of you are fanned out, a la Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. Right before I get to my position, I'm gonna be with our marksman, and I'm gonna be like, "All right, ready? You ready to see me do it?" And it's gonna look like the Rasputin challenge from TikTok, where I do like the one hand over, one hand the other way, and then I flex my back, and then I do the eyes bit, and then I look like exact dimensions of the Cephalic guy.
Gotcha.
And then I do the eyes over to our marksman, and I'm like,
is anyone trying to show Mittens that you guys have a plan? Because, I mean, Mittens going into this is like, oh my god.
I told Mittens we had a plan.
Oh, okay,
but Mittens has no idea what the plan is.
Tash would probably be in like the middle of the crowd, close enough to get as many people with her telepathic 60-foot thing as possible. So maybe Mittens can see her, and she'd be like,
yeah, you see you see a little dog standing behind her, waving big tail, big derpy grin on the dog. Maybe it lights your spirits up. You know, what's Mittens' headspace? You know, going into this.
Mittens is very, very nervous, because this is the closest to death he's been since the whole campaign, basically. And God, I know Mittens doesn't have any faith in these guys to pull it off, but
I really wish we'd made Brett take his headphones out while we were planning all
idea.
of that. I really wish we'd done that. Yeah, I really wish.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
I mean, that's a good idea, but I also didn't want to quote unquote punish Brett for having the random number rolled to him.
But he sees the wave and the thumbs up, and he's just like,
Don't forget to tip your server. All right. So, at what point, Dark Salim, do you spring ye old deception?
I would say it's gonna pop off when Okay, so I'm presuming this, of course. But are they going to do kind of like if there's a moment where they're going to be like, all right, this is what we're doing. Like, we're going to kick this bitch off.
Yeah.
And they kind of try to get the crowd to quiet down.
Yeah.
To pay attention.
Yeah.
At that point, I will spring the deception, blah, 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 and like call out and do my thing. And then I will throw the ice knife, not into the crowd, but like to the ground, a safe distance. If it still blows up as part of the spell, that's even funnier. But I just want to like throw it as like a threat.
That's Mittens.
So it doesn't actually hit anybody. Just like this is
throws it at Mittens.
Yeah, throws it at Mittens.
You won't freeze to death.
Yeah,
you will be stabbed unto death.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's not really quite a pavilion or anything. There's just a little fire off to the right, I guess you would say, where they're making sure that the water doesn't freeze. So the water is like kind of put on like a bench near it, not like above it to get warm, just literally within the aura to keep it
from freezing,
like 40 degrees or whatever. Maybe it's salt water. It's salt water now. Everything I said is still true. I don't. That's so that Mittens doesn't pull the ultimate move of I drink it all before it hits me. You can still do it, but you'll get a temporary insanity as per the rulebook. What else? All right, yeah. You see Nairth and Scath off to, like, I guess you'd say the left, standing very kind of in chargeally, and then they Nerth ever so subtly inclines their head, motioning to Ted, Pinky, Militiaman, to go ahead and take the stage. Again, no stage, just sort of like the area cleared out. You're brought forward. There's kind of like a stake driven into the ground. Must have been put there sometime last night, and they kind of put you in front of it, and then Ted kind of does a call for the thanks everybody for being here. He kind of looks behind him and left to his right. This guy, and then someone like whispers in his ear, Mittens is gonna be a sacrifice to Oral. He is, gonna he looks down at his hand. Be the he's gonna keep us safe. He's gonna keep us safe for us a lot of the time to come. Okay, and he is he should be honored. So everyone in the crowd here, please, let's take a few moments to honor his sacrifice for all of us, so that the wrath of the Frostmaiden shall not fall upon us.
Oh yeah, then I do it then.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and everyone tell me exactly what happens. And then after that, we will have our good friend Josh roll a d20, add his dexterity, add his deception with advantage.
I was like, do I even have a deception skill on here? And then I found it. My character sheet doesn't have deception on it. So what I do is I'm on like kind of the roof of whatever the closest building to this area is, and I am holding the ice knife. I look just like Sephic Caltro, and I will holler out essentially what's going to be repeated, but I'll basically yell out, I'm the champion of the Frostmaiden Arl. Oh my god, my brain. I'm the champion of the Frostmaiden Arl. This ritual has been perverted. Find the defiler, or the wrath of the Frostmaiden will fall upon you. And then I'll chuck the dagger. And I activate the stones.
It just repeats that over and over from 3 different locations. I've like wedged them like I feel like up under like over awnings of buildings, so it's not like clear where they're coming from, or maybe like under a barrel under some snow, so it's just like coming from not any discernible location. Places that will create like maybe an echo too.
Creepy. And then after everybody's like freaking out and kind of like maybe bickering to themselves, then inside their heads they'll hear, heed the words of my champion. Your sacrifices are in vain. This town will become an ocean of blood if you do not heed his warning.
Yes, that's so good.
That's so good.
Do we hear that? Do we hear that too?
If you're close enough, yeah.
Yeah.
I certainly
think
don't.
Really hard. I think really hard. I'm like, gosh, that's so good. That's so good.
I do not hear, but I laugh out of character. I'm laughing.
There's a character named Josh Bingaman right there. Looks like Josh
in the crowd who's like, yeah,
wearing shorts and the
yeah, shorts and flip flops and a t-shirt, just screaming.
8 degrees weather.
I still understand it's only a one-way communication. Like, Tesh can't hear me. Like,
Okay. And yeah, Nettle, what are you doing?
I probably would. So I want to give Dorks guidance before he goes up.
Ooh, smart.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's a D4, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm just hanging in the back of the crowd.
Radical. With the howling of the doggy and the 3.1 surround sound rocking off, the crowd gets audibly nervous. Joshua, please roll that bone with advantage.
Oh yeah, that's right, advantage. All right, here we go. Okay, that is an 18 deception. Thank you, guidance.
If it meets, it beats. As you see in the crowd, some of the Targosian guards that you spread the fear of Oral to, kind of like stepping back, and there's like members like, this isn't right. What's the point of doing it if Oral's just gonna come and kill us? It's and just murmuring, and then you see Scath and Nerith and the Targosian guards kind of like glare out at the audience, and then Nerith steps up like, quiet, he still has to be put down, and then like a chunk of ice hits him in the chest, and Scath draws his sword and points it out of the crowd. Any one of you fools try that again, I'll cut you in half. And like, don't kill him. And they're starting to look around, because this town has roughly 600 people in it. So it's quite a lot. They're only able to summon, the handful of dozen fighters, and not even all of them are on my friend's Ted Militiaman's side.
I'm like, who do you think you are to defy the gods?
The other Targosian.
Yeah, who do you think you are?
The other Targosian guards kind of ring around Nerith and Scath. Scath is kind of pulled back by Nerith. Nerith, with a booming voice full of command, says to all of them, fine, it's your funeral. I wanted to bring this backwater town into the fold, but it's your funeral. Let's get out of here before these rabble spills any goat shit on my cloak. And they're led
How do we know they're not the ones what is perverting the ritual?
That's true. Tim.
Yes.
Just while all of this mayhem is
bad.
taking place, I'm going to use my special other Firbolg magic to turn invisible and climb down from the building.
Okay. Yeah, so it's more or less pandemonium. Fern, the counselor for Matthew, runs up to you, Mittens, and starts to undo your bindings, and notices that they're undone already. And she looks at you.
That's all Mittens.
Did you not need to? What?
They trusted me.
It's you never know what's going to happen.
I like the idea of like you just like, oh wait, bridle, 1 second. Like, oh yeah, it's fine.
Don't worry about it.
So if someone like got the Ted Militiaman's crew smartly realizing that this is not worth the hassle, not worth risking their already tenuous control over the town. You guys are adventurers. You're eventually going to leave. It's not a huge deal for them. They try to bring order, but like, all right, everyone, back to your houses, back to work. Ted kind of looks around and says, I guess we avoided catastrophe from those Targos people thanks to that emissary of Oral. We are on the right path, it looks like. All right, get out of here. Disperse.
Are we dispersing? I'd like to disperse as well. This fucking sucked, guys.
Yeah.
Well,
You gotta,
I would sure
get
like
the
it if you
fuck
put
outta
your
here.
pants back on.
I
They
second
took
that.
my pants. It's just a robe. See,
Yeah.
there's nothing underneath.
Close
Can we all
it.
see your pee-pee?
I'm gonna.
Should we let them go? Nev and Scaff. I really want to fight them.
I'm gonna appear right next to you and give you a pat on the back, but I'm gonna go pick up Mittens and all of his naked glory and be like, "Yeah, we did it!" I'm like,
Yeah. So, man, it's like all your shit is in the speaker's home, and you're asking if you guys should murder the Nerith and shit.
No, or try to incite the town to do it, and then we help.
Well, I don't know. It depends. Like, are they kind of what is their mood right now?
The town doesn't necessarily seem like they're trying to fight them. What with
Okay.
their better armed warriors, things like that. But they, as a unit, are very unhospitable to these guests, if you will. So they know what it is, and they're kind of moving to this. It's a carriage on sleds, pulled by large draft horses, about to be taken away. Climbing in, and some other sleds pulled by dogs and other horses, away from town.
Deadeye's making puppy dog eyes at the group. Like,
Listen, I just got out of jail. I'm on parole. Why are you looking at me? Like, do you want to kill someone, Deadeye?
yeah.
I don't even have my gear. I'm just in a robe.
Wait,
And you're being lifted
I'll
up
go
in the
with
air.
you.
Oh, right. Let's get your knickers back, mate. Hey, I pat him. I'm glad you're not dead.
Well, thanks, Deadeye, for all of your help here.
I was really fucking helpful. You hear that? You hear the God's voice was this booming, echoing around the whole town? That was me. But it was all Bunchy's plan. He's a smart. But Bunchy, you got some brains up in there, bro.
Oh, I got the idea because my dad was a famous adventurer and he did something similar once. He told me a story.
I know,
when
mate.
I was a boy.
Yeah, I know, mate.
You know my dad?
Oh my God, Punchy. Yes, your dad was me dad's mate. We literally played together when we was little kids. Okay,
Punchy
look at
has a
me.
memory.
Look at me, and pretend I ain't got the beard, and not the markings on the face, and then pretend I look like this, but like I'm 5. I'm 5 years old in human terms, right? I like rosy cheeks. You remember a little
I'm
human
gonna
boy?
put my hand on your face and cover
Yeah.
the half of the tattoos, and then
Yeah.
cover the beard.
Yeah,
Oh my god, it is you!
yeah. What? We've literally known each other our whole fucking lives. Did you not know it was me? The little like.
Well, you didn't
Are you
have
just-
you didn't have this stuff on your face,
Oh my God.
and your hair was in a different spot.
I had it. Yeah. Oh my.
I'm gonna pick up the marksman and like swing him around and kiss him on the forehead, and then I'm gonna
My new friend.
like Tim holds laser. I'm gonna just like walk around with you like that.
Oh, you know what? Fine. I'm letting it happen. All right. Fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold you upside down sometimes and like swing you a little bit, like
like
when we were kids.
Yes.
So you're able to go quickly in. Fern leads you back into the area where they keep all your stuff, Mittens. Sorry about all that. The town went a little topsy-turvy. Things have been a little out of sorts for the past months and months and months. So I apologize it happened to you, but I'm glad it didn't happen fully. As a way of saying sorry, you can keep that coat.
Oh, well, thank you very much. It's nice to have my gear back. I love having a new coat. Just so you know, I fucking hate all of you.
It's fair. I don't expect we deserve that as a town.
Yeah, you do. You deserve more, but I think
Where's
we've got places to be.
Where's the speaker? And I'm like be looking around for the actual speaker of the place.
I expect him back today from the checking on the mine. At least I hope today. It's quite early.
He wasn't
still.
even going to watch me die.
Oh, he doesn't. He didn't know about this. He's been gone the whole time.
These aren't on the. It's not scheduled on the calendar. You
No,
guys
no.
don't have like a timekeeping schedule where it's the monthly murder time. Like
no,
it's
this
just
was
a surprise.
This was you were to be the very first murderer. That rascal, Ted Militiaman, waited until Matthew was out of town to try to hold sway over the town. I'm sure with the guilt of sacrificing you, the rest of the town would be putty in his hand. But luckily, whatever the hell happened out there happened.
One time I was at the bar, and I think the Ted militiaman was talking with the other two dudes about usurping the speaker.
That does not surprise me. I was hopeful that it was just Ted usurping on his own, but the fact that Targos itself is involved makes me quite nervous for what's to come. But now that we know, we can prepare for it.
Is there anyone who should be killed?
I mean, I think we've had enough almost killing today. I'll leave that up to
I'm not talking about
adventurers.
almost killing, mate. I'm talking about like killing, like David.
I wouldn't.
killing.
I cannot recommend killing a speaker of a town, even if what they did was abhorrent.
We should.
Okay.
We need to go by like the mercenary hall and pick up at least one like bounty hunter quest for Ted. It's like, please help milk
it's
goats,
alright.
and we're like, we'll take this one.
I just created this new gadget on my gauntlet that I haven't had a chance to use, and it's been like a month. It's all, I can manifest a big fucking cannon and shoot like blasts of energy and
I don't know what
shit.
you're
But
saying.
like,
I don't
it's
care.
cool. I'll just
I have a lot of work to do. There's going to be a lot of reassuring to the townspeople not to leave. So if there's nothing else, thank you.
It sounds like maybe we should go investigate Ted Militiaman.
we could do that.
This guy who just randomly was like, let's do murder today.
Do you want to do it tomorrow? Wait, no, it doesn't have to be tomorrow. Do you want to give me? You want to I can do that.
It's first thing in the morning still.
Yeah, we have all
it's
day.
like really.
Let's go eat, and
It's
then I
like
can do that.
9 o'clock.
No,
Hungry,
get
it's
up
cool.
like time for a nap. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go eat, and then I can do it. I'll investigate.
Okay, so you can go to the Blue Clam, get some food. The vibe is extremely bad in here. There's a lot of arguing, a lot of yelling. There's a fight that is just being pulled apart as you walk in. Like, I told you this was a stupid plan. You're trying to make us all murderers. And then someone pulls a pretty wicked looking axe and points it at them like, at least I was trying to do something for this town. You're just sitting here on your ass, catching 1 or 2 fish a day. Like, oh, you think you're all big and mighty? And people have to pull them apart. And one of the tavern workers, like, all right, everybody, either get the hell out of here or buy something. Stuff your mouth with bread, give me coin, or leave. And then everyone's starting to be grumbling. It doesn't super work, but it gets things in just that rowdy tavern vibe, which you don't typically get at 9 a.m. But you know what?
It's a holiday.
It's a holiday. It's a public execution day, baby.
Yeah.
So they are. It's quite intense in there, with other people trying not to argue loudly, but the kind of factions have split up, a la a high school cafeteria.
Do we see any of the other would-be murderers? How many would-be murderers are here?
Please, I don't like to use that term. You don't see Ted Militiaman exactly, but you do see some of the guards that you kind of recognize from your time within the speaker's house or speaker's hall.
Okay. Are we near the castle with the cult in it?
Oh,
Is it good for city?
Yeah.
That son.
The adult son, the adult child.
He's just a little. He's just a baby.
He's just a little boy.
He's just a little. He's like a little boy. Little
But-
guy.
So we found out who's doing the serial killings. I don't know if we can get collect on that because we don't really. We didn't stop it. I don't know, and we can't do that here. That's way back in
Right. I think
Bryn Shander or whatever.
we could still
there's
turn
that.
in information on it.
Yeah, but that's all the way back south, like in Bryn
Yeah.
Shander,
You're not
right?
super close to the various care.
All right, I'm just trying to think what our quest log's at. So we got that. We got the cult. We did the kobolds.
Girl
Anything
with no
else?
pockets.
Yeah,
Girl with the
creepy girl.
pockets.
Yeah,
We solved the elemental one.
yeah.
The chewing gets still in my hair.
Yeah, I was about to ask that. That's very important. You still have the chewing gum. That's important. Yeah. So what do we want? What y'all want to do now? You want to like mill about here, look for something, or go?
Well,
go
if you want
find
to
some
investigate,
Nazis?
if you want to investigate the guy, we can do that.
Be cool.
Yeah, because previously, Speaker Matthew wanted you guys to wait here until he got back to confirm
Yeah,
that the mine is secured.
Okay.
true.
So let's do that.
It
So
just, it just doesn't seem that important anymore.
Oh no, are you going to be all like philosophical and shite
Would
Now
we-
now that you've had your brush with death?
What? Gee,
You're like, what's the meaning?
so I almost died when we went fishing that one time, and you don't see me being all sourpuss about it. I mean, I did almost die though.
That's true.
That's true.
would we
And
have-
even worse, I would argue Tasha's experience was worse than yours, Mittens, because she almost died and she missed meeting Plazy. You didn't
Sure.
at least you didn't miss meeting some delightful like friend of the group who might
Yeah,
help
I
you.
didn't have a weird hallucinogenic, seasick, weird experience that you guys had. That's sure a bummer.
That's true.
We gotta go back and visit him for if not. I mean, he's a delightful company. I want to see our mate, but also just to prove to Tash at some point, right? We gotta go back and see Pleasy. Just like, hey, because he's our mate, right? We want to be like, hey, do it, bro. You're eating the fish. You're being good. Oh, but also, so Tash understands. Like,
She's gonna lose her goddamn mind when she sees a dinosaur.
Yeah.
so we just sit here.
I mean,
okay.
we can abandon this shit town if you feel like to go questing for man boy. I honestly, I don't care. It's fine. I feel like maybe we should citizens arrest Ted Militiaman for inciting a murder mob.
I'm so. I am very down for that. If we want.
Okay, well then we'll have to investigate him a little bit, and we can do that.
Okay.
I think we have a pretty strong stealth team. I say that our hunter and the acolyte should come, and then I'll just look like that one guy again, and then make him think he's talking to the guy he spoke to at the bar before in private. Right.
Wait,
Okay.
Okay.
Could work.
So who left the town? The people that were.
The Targos
Two.
people left.
Yes.
Okay.
Nerith and Scath and their retinue. And they're quite gone by now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm up for anything.
All right, Militiaman Ted Militiaman.
He's not here,
Alright,
but you
let's
can
do
try
it.
to investigate by talking to some of his people, figuring out maybe where they are, where they've gone to.
Indeed. I want a short rest.
Okay.
No.
All right. So you chill here, listen to everyone kind of argue, loudly slamming of doors, loudly putting down of cups and things of that nature. Quite intense. And you can mark off a short rest if you want, if that
Did it.
matters for anything of y'all.
Matters for me. I'm a monk. All of my stuff is short rest based.
Cool. Yeah, so you can do a carouse roll in order to try to get some information on sort of the Ted Militiaman situation. Or, you kind of just, go bluntly, like, hey, where is he?
Well, are we gonna try to befriend them with beer?
Wait, so-
I think we should do both. I think I would nominate that Tash befriend guard folk because Tash has the friendliest face, and then Deadeye should go to the rowdy townspeople who dislike the militiamen guard people now because I think Deadeye excels at the rowdy people who want to just riling them up so they fight.
I need to know two things. Juan, how many guards are there? And two, why don't we like the guards? They're just butt faces?
One of the guards, I explained to the group
Yeah.
that one of the guards, Ted Militiaman, was chatting with the people from Targos about usurping the speaker
Okay.
here.
And they were dicks anyway because they weren't dealing with stuff at the mine.
Yeah.
They
Right,
were-
they're being dicks
yeah.
to the speaker, yeah.
Okay. You want me to go befriend them? Tim, how
That's
many?
just my nomination. If you want to do it, I think that you would be best at that.
How many are in the
There's a table of 4,
4?
looking menacing. People are quite happy not to sit next to them.
Okay.
And I think Deadeye's just going to be good at just being like, I want to be rowdy. Let's be rowdy and loud and yell things about where this Ted guy is at. And they're like, yeah, fuck that guy. He lives in 3rd Street. And he'd be like, thank you. And like,
Okie dokie. I'm game.
Cool.
I'm going to teach Nettle
am I
while
doing
we're
it?
waiting how to play Magic the Gathering with my playing cards.
Oh,
Okay.
sweet.
Okay. So I'm going to get the beers
Mhm.
and I'm gonna go head over and I'll hand the beers and I'll be like, oh yeah, these are on the house. By the house I mean us here. We got these for you.
They look you up and down. Who the fuck are you?
Because I'm Tash. This is Took.
Oh, what a boy! What a boy! We'll take the beers, but you need to scram. We've had such a great day.
She kind of like goes to. Is anybody looking at Tash?
I mean, yeah, their table, kind like the one talking to you looks away, but the other 3 are kind of like eyeing you.
Okay. But is anybody from my party looking at Tash?
mean,
I'm learning Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I could like look and peek
No, you don't have to.
and smile and thumbs up.
So she'll do her normal like, but friendship, and then you'll see her. She'll kind of like grab her head in like a pained way, and like, it's just I came here to bring you the, and then she like reaches for her sword and pulls it out and tries to stab the one that she just gave the beer to.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
Whoa.
Roll an attack roll.
What?
We're just sitting around the table, like, so how do planeswalkers?
So what's the stack? Is it just floating?
Yeah.
This is a 17 hit.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
What?
And then,
Gay bar fight.
What?
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 Pat is so betrayed.
That's like, you just attack people? I didn't know that.
I don't know if I should be like proud or horried.
I think
Like-
it's just 5 damage.
Okay.
I want to roll to see this.
So the group of you guys playing Magic the Gathering over there. Here's.
So what color?
You hear.
Just don't do blue. Never blue.
Do you make a noise or just like do it?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I just do it.
Okay.
Like
Roll
You hear.
perception.
What the fuck? And then roll initiative as these 4 guys throw this table over. You guys hear a loud crash. I'm gonna add you. Do I have
Do-
a map for this?
I have
All of
cards.
us roll initiative, or
Yes,
just
but give me a
Tash?
second to move you to.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. We do it in the game.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My bad.
My bad.
We have to. Don't do it yet, because remember you got to select. He's got to
You
pull
gotta
up
click
his
your
map.
token.
And, yeah.
Gotcha. Man, I'm hungry for murder. No, but I'm actually incredibly hungry right now. My tum.
Hey man.
I only have prunes in my fridge.
That's
You're
a
gonna
weird
skip-
thing to only
Susie?
have.
I ran
I'm
out of
not-
food.
Susie, you're
What?
gonna send me your address after this. I'm
Oh.
going to like ship you like a crate of protein bars or something.
I do have protein shakes.
There
I
you go.
also have sweet potatoes. I was gonna cut them up and grill them later for dinner.
Ooh. Oh, I need to do that. A good like roasted sweet potato.
Yeah. I think they're kind of relatively good
Mhm.
for you.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like really sugary, I think, but if that's
Why
like
don't-
your source of sugar, then you're fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't do the whole like put the marshmallows and the brown sugar in.
Yeah, they have like
Those are good,
enough
though.
natural sugar to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Last night, literally, we had sweet potato fries and onion rings, and I made a bourbon barbecue burgers.
So good.
Ooh.
Oh my god. I want Red Robin now. Oh my god. Their haystack
Yum.
with all the little like fried onions. Oh,
Mhm.
so good. I'm so hungry.
Me too.
I'm hungry now as well.
I ate a bagel and a
Bagel.
bacon, egg, and cheese. So I'm
Tim, do I
And
have
I'm
30
cheating.
seconds before you're gonna
Sure.
Nope, it's over.
I'm trying to
before you
load.
pull that up? Oh no, you're there.
Roll20.
Never mind. Right as you pull it up.
Oh,
This
yeah,
bar
there it
looks
is.
familiar.
Shut up. This isn't a great bar. I have a better one, but you know.
Oops.
Here we
that
are.
changed.
All right, go ahead and roll initiative.
Does that work?
Bippity boppity boop.
I've selected my
know.
token.
I know what to do.
Sweet.
can
I
do
actually
it.
rolled a decent initiative for once.
I clicked my character sheet and I hit initiative. Yay!
Where am I? Oh, I'm probably all the way by the people.
Who doesn't want me to start?
I'm
Mark,
gonna
history
I'm
check.
gonna do it.
Oh.
I know how to do this.
Amadeus.
If you don't want me to talk about food, I will. You definitely don't want to hear what I made for dinner 2 minutes
Amadeus.
ago.
Oh my god.
Well, now I want to hear what you made for dinner.
I made in the air fryer. I made stromboli, which is like pizza roll up, where it's like pizza dough with like
I love
cheese and
Yeah.
pepperoni and spinach and green pepper. And I made air fryer zucchini with dipping sauce. And I made a caprese salad. You know, the
you
mozzarella,
adopt
tomato, the
me?
basil.
I say
I
that
like to
every day to Pat.
I'm gonna move out by you just so you can
Yeah.
cook for me and make me drinks.
Can I
it's-
also be your
like-
daughter?
Come, yeah,
I don't have a dad.
I'll go. Yeah,
So
All of
I-
you be my children.
I am I'm be everyone's big brother. Come and I'll cook. Yeah,
perfect.
No, Dad.
Dad.
No, dad or nothing. I don't want another brother. My first one sucked.
Damn, my big brother was cool.
Okay.
No.
So, round one is Tash and these four that you can see.
I gotta remember how to play.
Click.
I have an eye on me. Did I do that?
You have an eye?
Yeah, there's like a bleeding eye on me.
Yeah,
I got rid of it.
Okay.
I might have double clicked it on accident.
Oh no.
Beep, 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 beep. Okay, so with a shout, Tash, you did 5 damage, you said?
Yeah, 5 damage.
With a shout, you see Tash attack these folks. I'm sure Deadeye's constant encouragement helped with all this. And let me roll Brunhilde, just in case. And Tash, you gonna go again?
Yeah. Can I when I hit him use I'm learning how to do this because I got it at 3rd level, the unwavering mark where I can mark a creature and when I hit with a melee attack, mark the creature until the end of your next turn. That's not even that far. That's okay.
We can do it now, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see. They basically has disadvantage on any attack roll. It doesn't target me, which you guys are all far away. But I'll do it anyway. And then I'm gonna attack again. Where's back? 14.
To hit. Unfortunately, he's now able to get his sword and blocks it. You must have caught him off guard the first time, because you did.
Fair. I think that's my turn.
Okay. Okay, so you guys can't go this turn because you just hear it. The veteran, which I don't know why I said that, looks at you and hits you, or attempts to hit you with a sword. Let me check something. Yeah, grasps this pretty large sword with 2 hands and brings it on down, baby. Does a 23 hit your AC?
It does. Yes. Yes,
Okay.
it does.
You take 9 slashing damage as he comes down and with a huge sword slash is able to get through some of your armor and outerwear. You feel a little bit of warm blood. And he goes in again, trying to take your head clean off. It's a 21. Does that hit you?
Yes, it does.
All right, with 5 more slashing damage, he missed. You're able to dodge a little bit out of the way, but a little bit of blood is starting to drip into your eye.
Which one? Important question.
They both technically work. One of them's just not real. I keep forgetting about that. They both work.
Okay, so then the veterans are gonna go. They're going to get around you, or the cronies, if you will. Open up the character sheet, and they have like spears, and it's not the best way to roll, but everyone kind of backs away, and they have enough room to manage it. Does an 11 hit your AC?
Me? No.
Yeah. Weird.
No.
The one comes in, obviously not quite ready for it. Hits the rafter ahead, and kind of wood chips fly around. Does a 21 hit? Yes, it does. We've done it before. As it comes in, you're able to deflect it, but it's not a true death blow. But you take 2 piercing damage. The next one comes in for a 22, and that's 9 piercing damage.
Ouchie.
All right, now it's your turn again. We're at the top of round 2, as I like to call it. You guys see what's happening. These McFreaking bad town guards are attacking your friend out of nowhere, unprovoked even. So Tash, what
Look
do you
at
do?
mates. Them fascists are taking it out on the townsfolk.
Oh shit.
Revolution.
Okay.
Take back your town, mates. And not just the party, like everyone. I'm yelling in the bar, like, take back your town.
Boop, boop, boop. Where did my dice go? I threw it too far. Okay, I attack again.
Okay.
I also have. I'll use bonus after, but stop going back there. God dang. Oh, well, that's not gonna work either. That's a natural one.
Ooh, yikes! Your
Yeah.
friggin' sword explodes.
Can I still use a bonus action?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so I have, I think it's like a halfling thing. The second wind, once per short rest, you can use a bonus action to regain 1d10 plus 1 HP.
Oh, that's a fighter thing.
Oh, it's a fighter thing? Nice. So I'm gonna do that. If I know what a d10 looks like. It looks like
Who's to
this.
say?
It has 10 sides on it, and sometimes there's double. It's like 1 and another 0.
Okay, I got 7. So plus 8 hit points.
Cool.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
All right, Dork Salim. Imagine there's a lot more folks in this bar who are like, so I consider the area between you and Tash and them difficult terrain because there's, this is not a super great battle map for what we're doing here.
Okay. Okay, that's easy. So I'm gonna be pointing at the table at one of the cards. It's a planeswalker. And I'm gonna be like, this is my Leaky. She's my family's patron deity, but she's the planewalker in this game. And all right, hold on. And then I'm going to, how many movement do I have? I have like what, 40, 50, 40? 40.
You can get there. Yeah. It's from you to the nearest. Yeah, it's only like 20 feet to the. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna prance and dance my way over to this one.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the attack action, unarmed strike. Let's go. Oh, I forgot I have like dice on my thing. That's a 14 to hit. Is that hit?
It does.
14 does hit. Okay, cool.
Yes.
That's 8 non-lethal bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I will then flurry of blows, and I will do another unarmed strike,
Okay.
which is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
That's another 6 non-lethal bludgeoning damage.
With a loud crack, this one holds their nose, and then their eyes roll back in their head, and they fall down to the ground.
Sick. And then, so those are my 2 hits there, and then I'm going to lean back and pat Tash with my next unarmed attack, which will restore 1d4 plus 3 hit points.
Heck
So
yeah.
you get 5 hit points again.
Thank you.
So there's like a spinning kick, a punch, and then I lean back and tap your back, and then you feel a rush of soothing life force energy, true source energy. Sign up for my class going into you.
All right. That's sick. You get a little bit of good vibes from Dorksalim. Deadeye, my friend, are you ready to shoot a gun in a crowded bar?
Oh my god. All right. So you see, Deadeye, he hits like a button, and his gauntlet that he wears, it's just like all steampunky. It starts to move, like the pieces of it start to like move and then shift, and then his regular like musket, blunderbuss pistol, they start to like attach onto it, and it's like growing bigger and bigger. And then this is this very large pistol with like 2 barrels, one that kind of looks like normal, and then there's this whole big barrel on top of it. Whoa. That ends on with like 2 ornamental little like ram's horns on either side of it. He's like, "Oh, I'd like to introduce y'all to Billy," and then I'm gonna slide over to this side of the table to get a good angle, and then I'm gonna zero in on the regular guard. Right, that's there's the one that's down.
Yes.
This one in the back here.
Yes, in the sort of.
Yeah, the one back, the one next to the veteran.
Yes.
And so that's going to fire, and a burst of let me roll to see if I hit him first. A burst of arcane energy shoots out from the barrel of this thing, and that is a 15.
That hits.
Sweet. So it hits this burst of we'll call it I don't know, fucking
Chakra.
blue. Okay. Energy hits the guard, and he takes. Where's the date? The
200 damage.
1,000 damage.
Over.
You do 17 d8 damage.
Oofta.
And he takes 8 force damage and is pushed 5 feet back.
I'm gonna say, see, magic.
No, okay, I'll explain how it works later. It's not now. Now's not the time.
I assume this is loud?
It's so loud.
All right, with that, everyone that's been milling about drops to the ground. Some are starting to burst out of the front door every now and again. You now have disadvantage for ranged attacks due to the chaos of this environs.
Well, it doesn't. I mean, sure, whatever. I said it did. It's fine. It doesn't say, actually. It does not say what the Eldritch Cannon, if it's like loud or not.
I mean,
it is a cannon.
Yeah.
I imagine everything in Artificer does.
I'm like, oh, I don't know. You're all like, it's right there, bud, in the title.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace. Boom!
Thunderous explosion machine.
Yeah,
it's super quiet.
I just love this thing on the artillerist. This is one of 3 forms this thing can take. Just like this is just like force, just damage, but it can do fire, and then I could do a Healy one too. And it doesn't have to be attached to me. It can be independent and like walk and like a tripod on its own and stuff.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Can the Chewinga ride it?
Yes.
So cute. Tiny
I'm really
murder
angry. It's not
weapon.
already. It's like.
All right.
Oh my God.
The one that Tash started firing at first, that seems to be the leader of this little group, goes and tries to attack Tash again. You know, it works.
Rude.
It does work.
9,
No, it doesn't work.
11.
No.
I got all my good rolls in the first round. That's fine.
Took her a minute to get her shield out.
Yeah. Nettle, you're up. You have disadvantage on ranged attacks if you do them.
Oh.
But if you do saving throw stuff, that's fine.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna do a rage attack. Can I guiding bolt the veteran in the face?
Sure.
From where I'm at? Sweet. Disadvantage?
Disadvantage. Because you're like, a guy, a tavern.
This 15?
That, it goes wide and explodes on a large moose on the wall. All of you are like, I can hit the fuck out of that moose. You have advantage on attacking the moose. If you'd like. It's somewhere back to the back, so as of right now, you can't do any fun jokes, make it fall on them. You're like, who turned out the lights? Right now, you don't have that ability, but who knows? Anything else, Nettle?
I don't think I have bonus action. Nope.
Cool. Brunhilde rushes forward. She's like, Master, no! And she... Where far can she go? Very important. She rushes up and she gets behind, she double moves, and she kind of gets up to here. Is that right? That feels short. Yeah, okay. She double moves and gets back to there. You feel the calming presence of your trainee behind you. Your back is no longer exposed. Mittens.
So, Mittens puts down his magic cards and looks over at Tash and is like, what happened over there?
What is this?
I'll ask now, mate. Just fight. Ask questions later. Right now, we're in a fight.
Fucking last time, I murdered a bunch of people in a bar, and I don't think they deserved to die.
It looks a lot like this one.
I'm telling you, I'm having a little bit of a flashback thing going on here. Tim, if I were to use my movement to climb atop the bar, could I mitigate the disadvantage?
Yeah.
With the taking the high
you
ground?
have to make athletics or acrobatics due to the jostling, and the spilled bruise. But I definitely think I was hoping someone would do something like that.
All right, that is. I'll move up to onto the bar. Well, let me roll first. Athletics.
Mm-hmm. I
get extra pluses for this one. 9, 11.
I love it when you're like, I need these pluses. Normally, I don't give a shit, but
It's still not very good. It's only 13.
That's good enough. Yeah, you're able
Hey.
to climb up. You slip for a second, but then you catch yourself, almost embarrassing yourself. And your second bar fight of the campaign. So yeah, you have you no longer has disadvantage due to your ability to throw it.
All right, and then the leader guy has been injured.
The leader guy has been injured, along with the person pushed to the back a little bit, who maybe bonked into another person, pushed him out of the way. Get out of my way!
Oh
All
shit!
right, I'm pulling out my throwing knives and be like, you know, these are going to hurt a lot more now than they did last time I did this. Ooh. And the first one's 24.
That hits.
All right, so this thing is going to take kind of a lot of damage. This is my first time doing the new a lot of damage version of knife throwing.
Yay.
So he's going to take max damage.
15 damage.
he's gonna take 12 damage from the first knife.
God
Holy shit.
damn. Ow!
And then Mittens will shout, "Stop fighting, give up." Does he? Do I sense fear in his eyes?
No.
No? All right. I'm throwing a second knife.
Kind of hard to
Stop.
tell because you put
Okay.
a kind of hard to tell because you put a knife in it. Like,
It's stop!
Stop it! Why are you making me do this?
That's a 21.
That hits?
All right, let's do it again. 10 damage from the second knife.
Ah! Okay.
And that's it. I don't think I can't do a third one. I don't think.
Sick. All right, so your knives fly forward. They make that cool noise when as they flit through the air, stab into little bits of his armor, and blood it starts to kind of drip out of where your knife wounds. Oddly, you haven't thrown him like this yet. They hit pretty hard, and he hates it. The remaining buddies come back up, and the one here rushes at you, Dorksalim, and tries to attack you with a spear. Does a 18 hit you?
An 18, yes.
Okay, you take a whopping 6 piercing damage as this guy goes, ah! And this is the one that was shot, so they probably have like blood and like weird old-timey arcane gunpowder on their face or something like that. But they're able to do a stab on you for 6 piercing damage. The next one goes for you, Tash, my friend. And 16?
Yes.
Okay. And that is 7 piercing damage, as they just kind of like crack you over the head. Not a super great, spear thrust. Not really what they teach in ye old fighter school, but it's effective.
You said 7?
7 piercing damage.
Ew.
Okay. And with that, you start to hear rumblings from outside. Must have been, a motherfucking loud ass gunshot or something, or they're people running out. It's if you shoot a gun, it's fun to say that's why, but it's probably the people running away. Okay, Tash, you're up.
Me. I remembered that I have an action surge. Haha. Okay. So I'm going to attack the leader again.
Mm-hmm.
Use Unwavering Mark again.
Mm-hmm.
Does a... What is that? 17 hit?
17 hits.
Nice. Oh man, these dice are hard to see. 6 damage. 6
damage.
Yeah. 6 slashing.
You get him on the leg. A little blood.
Okay. Then I'm going to use an action surge. And I'm going to attack him again.
Oh, crap. My friend. This guy's my self-insert character, by the way.
15?
Unfortunately, you make a solid connection, but just not able to get through his armor.
Bummer.
Yeah, a little bit of the fur gets cut off, and he growls at you like, "My mother made this for me." Dorks,
I feel a little bad.
It's me. Okay, I'm gonna swing on this one that's in front of me, because why not? Boom. It's 14 to hit.
Okay.
That is
That hits you.
5 non-lethal bludgeoning damage.
Bonk. Falls ground. Just like the other one. just crumbles. Probably even falls on top of their friend. And so there's just two bodies. On top.
Hell yeah. I'm going to then slide this way.
Okay.
And do a flurry of blows again. Let me hit this button, and then I will hit this button twice. That is a 25 to hit.
Oh, goddamn, yeah.
7 damage.
Ow.
And then a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Hell yeah. That is 8 non-lethal bludgeoning damage.
He drops to his knee, but then gets back up, kind of squares his stance to be able to guard from either of you, wherever your attacks may come from. Deadeye, Declan, Dane.
All right.
You still have disadvantage on ranged attacks.
Well, I'm going to step on this chair and then step up on top of I see what Mittens does. I'm like, oh, Mittens, he's so good at killing. He's so smart. He gets a good angle.
Good at killing.
If you say that loud enough, you won't have to roll to do it.
Oh, Mittens, that's a great idea, getting up high to get better angle. You're so good at killing, mate. You're like me idol. Oh, I gotta look up to you. You could write a book on it. So I step up on the chair and step up on the table to get an angle at the last one. And here's the fun thing, kids. My first shot is going to be my regular pistol, because shooting the Eldritch Cannon is only a bonus action. I had to use my action on my first turn to make it. And now from here on out, the rest of the fight, I get to shoot my regular pistol and the Eldritch
two guns
Cannon.
over here.
Yeah, come on, 2 guns.
All right, so the regular pistol shot.
And you're fighting the weaker guy or the leader?
Oh, the leader.
Okay.
And that is a 15 plus 5, so dirty 20.
That hits.
All right, can you make a strength, Tim?
Do the damage first.
Okay. It's 6.
Okay, strength check it is.
Mm-hmm.
Deadeye, are you going to kill a man? Don't kill
19
people.
You pass. He stays up, and then I shoot with the force cannon.
Billy.
It's 11.
Ooh, it goes wide. It explodes the moose that Nettle hit before. Your eye was just oddly drawn to it. Moose parts go everywhere. Antlers sink in Tash, like between your legs. You and the veteran look at each other, look back down at the horn from the moose that gets there, and then get back at the regular fighting stuff.
I'm still getting the hang of it. This is new.
Anything else?
No. That was my turn.
All right. This guy growls and tries to attack you yet again. Tash, he's a little focused on you. Really? Wait, is that right? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. He rolled bad. Okay. An 11 and a 10. The blood on his hands kind of makes him slip a little bit on the sword, so the attack hits you. It kind of knocks the air out of you, but no damage comes through. And for both of those, you're gonna have some bruises tomorrow. That's for damn sure. Nettle, you are up.
So I am gonna climb onto this table over here.
Okay.
I look at her like,
yeah. And I'm gonna do another guiding bolt in the face.
Okay.
At the veteran.
At the veteran. Okay.
Yeah. So that's a 19.
That hits.
And what does that do? Next on a hit, target takes 4d6 radiant damage.
Okay.
And the next attack roll made against this target before the end of my next turn has advantage.
Cool. All right, roll that beautiful dice.
18.
It actually doesn't matter. What's it look like when you murder this guy?
So...
Well, why do you say it like that?
I mean, that's what you did.
I guess you guys don't know that Tash
There's a
started it.
difference between killing and murdering. There's nuance. Okay.
So the flashlight streaks towards the veteran and like splices right in between his eyeballs and explodes his face.
Okay, yeah. There's gore and brain matter, bone, things like that raining down all around you.
And I'm just like, did we mean to do that? Was that the goal here?
His body slumps forward onto you, Tash, as just like tons of blood is just sort of seeping out on top of you. With that, the remaining guardsmen throw the remaining guard singular throws his spear down like I'm sorry, and just then Speaker Matthew walks in with a bloody nose and black eye, and he throws down one of the other guards that you kind of recognize from Ted Militiaman's crew before. He's like, "What the fuck is going on here?" And I think
mate, welcome to the party.
We're gonna leave it to final thoughts. Yeah,
Can I do one more thing?
please do.
So wait, is there one unconscious?
There are two unconscious.
There are two unconscious.
Two laying on top of each other?
Yes.
Well, I mean, you want to position them that way.
Well, that's kind of what it looks like on the screen. Can I make another attack before we finish?
Yeah, while everyone's distracted, you can.
Yes.
do
Okay.
that.
I would like
the
to
unconscious?
take my sword on the guy that's going like, I give up, and I am gonna cut his stomach open, and then I'm gonna turn around, and the two that are kind of like falling on top of each other, I'm just gonna take my sword and slam down into them. And,
Okay.
and finish them.
It would probably within this sort of out of time thing. It would probably be tough. I'll tell you to do it on the one surrendering. But yeah, if you want to coup de grace, I don't believe that's a feature in 5th edition. But if you like to coup de grace, just like stab both of them as though you're getting out 2 olives. You can do that if you want to give me.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
An attack.
Nathan's
with
about to have a
advantage.
crisis.
An attack with advantage?
Yes. And if you do it good enough, you'll get both of them.
18.
That's good enough. All right. Yeah, you guys look over as Tash just stabs through both of them, and they let out. Oh! And that is where we shall end it today, because I know that Pat has to leave early, but this is also a good time to end it, I think. As your good friend Tash is defending herself against the vile guardsman.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You guys didn't see this start.
I
You
do
did just
wanna
see
throw
her
an
attack
addendum.
defenseless people, but who's to say?
I want to throw one little addendum where Deadeye like looks at Mittens and make eye contact. He's like, "Okay, that's a bit much." Way more.
You guys, all the range crews look at each other and goes, "Damn,
Yeah.
yo, fuck." All right. Any other final RP things before we end it there into the plug zone?
I say, Mittens, you can put as many of the rat cards in your deck as you want because the text on them says that they aren't limited to 4.
And Susie, give yourself inspiration, by the way.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh
Thank you.
my
Next
god.
time.
I cannot believe you just did that.
Yeah, what the fuck? All right, so that is where we're ending our adventure today. We'll see you all next week. Programming reminder that Gapcast is tonight because Nika and Jennifer got the COVID shot. They actually felt more or less fine, but you know what? They deserve the day just to chill. So see you guys tonight around 8:44 p.m. EST.
Tim, did you mention this show is a great show and it's sponsored by Roll20?
Oh, I didn't.
Oh,
This
yeah.
show is. Yes.
Yeah. And I'll just throw one quick thank you for it. I just shout out the great team. You know, the Sirens book that I'm a writer on is doing really well. It's like 180,000 in Kickstarter currently, and
What
Hey.
the fuck?
yeah, having a lot of fun writing on that and doing lots of other cool stuff. But yeah,
Sick.
thank you guys. I appreciate. Yeah, and that was a lot of fun. I do love how we the last time we were like, oh man, we're in a real pickle here. Mittens is going to be executed. How we're going to get out of this one? This is kind of tricky. And then we're like, we come up with this great plan, and it fucking works. And then immediately it's like, oh great, now we're killing town guards. Like, okay.
Hey.
Literally, shout outs to everybody for executing a flawless rescue mission.
And shout out to Tash for executing guards.
The execution.
Hey, who doesn't like revenge? Is my goddamn opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
What other beautiful plugs do the rest of y'all got?
You can find me at Susie_Checky. Tell me I'm a good boy and that I did a good murder. And you can also find me at UAPcast. That's Uncommon Adventures, where I do more D&D because D&D good.
Hell yeah.
So good. I'm at the Pat Edwards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you gotta leave.
I gotta go. I won't leave.
Bye.
I won't leave. I'll do the whole, and I'll come back. Leave later. I'll do the whole.
Oh, you can actually leave. It'll be fine. It's weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love you all. Mwah. You're the bestest.
Bye.
Both my,
You and me.
my fellow cast and all you audience who's hang out with us. I love you all very much. See you next week.
All right. Well.
Okay, so maybe not perfect like I thought.
Oh, yeah, a little bit out of whack.
It was
there.
fine before.
You're okay.
Follow me on Twitter at Brett Eagles, and I've got a music album out on all the streaming services. Me and Pat do a movie podcast called Let's Rewatch, and that's real fun. You should check that one out.
Yes.
And that's that.
Hell yeah. You can find me across all social media platforms at Josket. That's at JOSKETH. I act up on the internet. I also encourage my friends to act up on the internet. I'm on a show called Naruto Reviewto with Tim, where we watch episodes of Naruto and reviewto them, including the filler.
It's bad right now. It's so bad. Please listen to justify us doing this to ourselves.
Listen and come to our Patreon.
Yeah, please give us money for it.
We've got merch.
We got merch. The other filler wasn't that bad. It was kind of fun, but we've entered the zone where I don't think it's very fun anymore.
What episode are you guys on? I'm binging the podcast right now because I'm a little behind, but do you know what episode you're on?
What 167?
It's like 162.
Oh, you're so close. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, we're doing the filler as arcs instead of just like 3 episode pieces, which I think is good, but unfortunately that means we just have to binge those bad episodes sometimes.
Yeah, because the arc that we just did was 6 episodes long, and it was bad.
all bad.
It was all bad. So that one hurt. That hurt my soul to do.
Fun to talk about though.
Fun to talk about because like the notes and what you guys were saying is like there was someone bathing. I missed a anime bathing shot. Fuck.
Yeah.
Go back and watch that because
that's kind of like the funny part is that like we take so much psychic damage watching the bad episodes, and then we all get together and we're just like, why did but then why did, and then there's a lot of like, well, I was doing dishes so I didn't even know Tintin was in the episode, and then like something. It's very funny.
Yeah,
it's very funny. It's a good time. And you can find me here on Darkest Days of Dale, where I act up.
Hey. I'm Jennifer Pig. You can find me on Twitter at JenPig, doing arts and stuffs. You can also find me every other Thursday on a homebrew campaign called Heroes of Iastera. Playing Aliens RPG, which is, I think, coming to a close next Friday. And here. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
You can follow me on Twitter at Tim Lanning. That's where I'll tell you of the things I'm doing for right now. It's mostly streaming every couple of days at twitch.tv/GeeklyInc. I'm gonna try to maybe do some more because several spooky games are coming out, and that sounds fun to do at night. Also, check out Naruto Reviewto, check out Dear Internet, check out Gapcast. Greetings Adventures on wherever fine podcasts are sold. That's again tonight at 8:44. Thank you again to Roll20 for sponsoring the show. And thank you to everyone else that's in the future going to sponsor this show. Thank you to you, Twitch, for being here. Always a joy. Always so thankful to you help our numbers. It makes us so happy. Until next week, stay frosty.
Stay frosty, pony boy.
Stay frosty.
Right.
Is that how it goes?
That's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
That's every week.